Alright folks, we're going to do another just a quick video of the 2002 Chevrolet Tracker ZR2 four-wheel drive. I do have it posted up on Marketplace for sale, and as I've said in the past and in the ad, it does have an issue mechanically. After you drive it a mile or so or two, the oil light will come on and the engine will clatter. Now these engines, these 2.5 liter Suzuki engines, they do tend to clatter a little bit anyway. It's just the nature of the beast. They are a little noisy to start with. This one always has been. I've owned it for 5 years, and it's always been a little noisy. But when the oil light comes on, and I assume the oil pressure drops, quite possibly a weak oil pump. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic, so I really don't want to try to diagnose it and give somebody the wrong information. I'm going to crank it up. We're going to drive it down the road and show you guys the oil light coming on, and we'll come back, stop, get out, listen to it, and let you guys kind of hear what it's doing. Okay, so we're going to crank it up. As you see right over there, it's the oil light. When you turn the key on, bottom left corner down there next to the battery. All right, she's cranked up. And one thing we're going to do is it does have cold air conditioning, so we're going to turn the air conditioning on because it is hot. It's like 88 degrees out here today. And we're going to take her down the road. See, we have no oil light at this time on startup. Air's already starting to get cold. Heat works good, defrost works. Automatic transmission shifts like it should. Four-wheel drive works as it should. I've probably only used it about 10 times in the last 5 years. We don't get a lot of snow or anything like that. So, all right, shifts out good. V6 engine, no reduced power. It's got plenty of power. No issues with that. I'm gonna leave it on the dash. 166,406 miles. I'm gonna leave it on the dash, and we'll see when that oil light. We can kind of see when it starts to come on. You see, we're up to about 50. Almost 55. I'm going to back it back down a little bit because I don't want to get pulled over. We're going to do the right thing, do what we're supposed to do the speed limit. Still, guys, no oil light. We got out right now and raised the hood. It would be clattering a little bit. It's done that ever since I've had it, okay? And it's also had a little oil leak ever since I've owned it. I did take it and have new valve cover gaskets put on it a couple of years ago, hoping that would take care of it. It continued to leak every so often, depending on how much I drive it. I'd have to add some oil to it, okay? And I believe what it's doing is leaking a little bit around the timing chain cover. You can see now where it's sort of around the alternator or whatever, but it's been doing that, like I said, the last 5 years. I've just added oil to it. This has been my daily driver. Like I said in the post and everything, the interior is very clean for a 17-year-old vehicle. The AC blows cold, the heat works, transmission shifts, it drives straight down the road, no issues there. Tires are in fair condition. They're Goodyear tires all the way around. It's got 5 matching stock wheels, the 4 wheels on it, and the spare on the back, all matching stock wheels. They're in good condition. The spare tire will not hold air. It's just an older tire that was put on the back. All right, the oil light just sort of flashed on. We've been about a mile and a half, and it's barely coming on. You probably can't see it on the video. It's just barely starting to come on. It's starting to blink a little bit. So we're going to turn around and go back, and there it is. Now you can sort of see it better. So now I'm just going to turn around, and we're to go back. I'll raise the hood and let you guys hear the engine noise. Like I said, no reduced power, nothing like that. Still got plenty of power. She's going, shifting out fine. Not really staying on steady yet. It's sort of wanting to, but it's flashing. I don't know what that means or what. I assume it means that the oil pressure is dropping. It does not have an oil pressure gauge, so you can't watch the gauge. That's just about on. It's almost on steady now. You guys see it, what I'm talking about. We've probably been, before it started coming on, about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, somewhere in that neighborhood.
.com/forevercares.
Radio works. We're not going to do any copyright stuff, so we're not going to listen to no music. It's got a CD player. I'm not 100% sure if that works. I don't have any CDs. I don't listen to a lot of CDs. I'm sure it does. I can pop one in there and check it if somebody's real concerned with that, but it does have the CD player. Again, I can't say for 100% sure whether it works or not. Cruise control, I don't think the cruise works on it. Of course, I don't use cruise control either, but I have tried it on here and I have not been able to get it to work if I'm turning it on right, whatever. But again, that's never been concerning to me. I'm going to pull in this parking lot here and we will get out off the hood and listen to it and kind of get an idea, of what's going on with it here. Just do a quick walk around them. Light's on steady now. I'm going to turn the air conditioning off. Oh, that's on steady. Still idling good. Let's see, where's the hood release? Pop the hood. I know you guys can hear that on here. Clattering, valve clatter, I assume. You see down there around the alternator is where it's leaking oil around the timing chain cover down there. I put an older battery on there and it doesn't set just right. The negative cable needs to be a little bit longer, or it needs a new battery with you swap it around with the post on the negative post on the other side, okay? But that battery, it starts it, just doesn't set properly in the tray there, okay? That's it, guys. I mean, let me shut it off while we finish up the video. Then I'm gonna take it back and park it. That's it. I mean, if somebody is mechanically inclined and can do the work on it themselves, like I said, whether it needs an oil pump or whatever, I don't know. I'm not saying that's what it needs because I don't want to mislead anyone. But if that's what it needs, and if somebody can do the work themselves, I think, you know, with a little bit of money into it, you could have a nice little 4-wheel drive, cold air vehicle. Like I said, tires are in pretty good shape. The body has some dings, does have some dents and dings. It's white. White's a pretty forgiving color as far as body damage, so it actually looks pretty good. It does have a few spots where the paint's peeling a little bit. Overall, the thing looks good. Let's see, what am I forgetting? It does have, the front end does clatter a little bit when you go over a bump. More than likely that's going to be the strut mounts on it. Most people are not going to replace struts on a 17-year-old vehicle. It does not, in my opinion, it does not affect the handling of it. It's not bouncing or nothing like that. Just a little rattle, the struts rattle when you hit a bump or something. But I think we put a new brake caliper on the front passenger side wheel. few years ago. It does have this nice Kurt receiver hitch on there. This door and fender has a little bit of damage on it where it was somebody was backing it up and hung it on a basketball goal and bent the door back. I had the door fixed, $200. Guy fixed it for me. It opens and closes fine. Has a new exterior door handle I had to put on there a few years ago. Brand new door handle put on. Body shop put that on. Buying it and having it put on was probably over $200 or close to $200. I don't know. But anyway, guys, got it posted up on Marketplace. I've got it listed at $1,000. Serious buyer, contact me and we'll talk, okay? But like I said again, that's as much as I can tell you about it. I'm not a mechanic. I don't want to say that it's one thing and then it wind up being something else. And then somebody say, hey, this guy sold me this car and said it needed an oil pump, and turns out it needs something else. Okay. Everything aside from that issue, it's overall a good little SUV. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.